Hey, it's Buzz. Thanks again for joining me here on the channel. Here we do stories about the people, players, products, and places that are all around this terrific sport of pickleball. And today we are going to meet Regina White. Regina White went from a car crash to the courts, and you're going to hear all about her journey as she works her way to going pro. And we met up with her at the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships down in Naples last month. And here she is, Regina White. Enjoy. And with me today is Regina. She is a pickleballer personification of numero uno. She is the best. I ran into her back in September at a PPA stop at the Peachtree Classic, and she was there dancing. That's right, folks, dancing on the pickleball court. And I saw her here and had to get her on camera to talk to all of you. So welcome, Regina.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you here today. How'd you do?
Pretty good.
Yeah, and you competed in what events?
Only women's doubles, 3.5, 55 plus.
That's good. And how'd you do?
We did all right. We didn't no medals, but we did all right.
Yeah, learning's painful.
It is.
It is always. But she's got a bit of a story to talk about because she got herself a little bit hurt, and then pickleball does amazing stuff. It's better than medicine. Can't put it in a jar, and you can't take it in a pill. And she's going to talk all about that. So tell us a little bit of the story.
So about 9, 10, maybe 11 years ago, we had a car accident where we were hit from behind while we were stopped. And I lost all of my neck, shoulder, and back muscles. And I was in a collar for about 6 months. Another 3 months after that, physical therapy.
Sure.
Went on for another year plus.
The rehab.
Yes, the rehab. I found pickleball during that year,
wow.
I asked my therapist if I could do pickleball, and he said he could give it a try.
What year was that?
That was just almost 4 years ago, not quite.
Okay.
And I said, okay, so I do not have any tennis background, or racket sports of any kind.
Right.
I stepped out on the
court. So just to be clear, 4 years ago, you were all tied up. You were racked up. Like, walking was a big deal, right?
Yes, wow. It was. Walking was difficult.
Yeah.
So I got on the courts and started to play pickleball, and it wasn't so bad. 2 years ago, we moved here to Florida, and I got a coach and started learning how to play pickleball for real, and making progress and going in the right direction. I like to play 4-0, but this is the Minto. You don't do that here.
That's true.
And so anyway, I hurt every day of the week. I spend 6 to 9 hours a day on a pickleball court, except for 1 day a week.
Now, who drug you out and made you start playing?
No one, just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
This is what makes her special, I'm telling you right now. But it's some of the inner drive that happens with everybody. It kind of starts from inside, and once this bug bites you, it's hard to get it away. I mean, it really, and there's a big social component. You start making new friends and doing different things. That happened to you too, right?
Yes. I have a lot of pickleball friends.
I bet. Yeah. So you start getting some momentum, and you start thinking, hey, I can play this game?
Yes, I could play this game. And my goal is to become senior pro, actually. And so I'm trying right now to make the connections to find those partners that can go there with me.
Get your autographs now while they're cheap.
So
that's great. So working with a coach, you've got at least a goal in mind of where you want to go, and this is kind of mitigating all the belief that in pain of you not doing anything other than watching TV at home, maybe.
Exactly. I was told I would not be able to go very far with this at all. In fact, everybody is surprised that I'm able to do what I do and move the way I move, and so I consider myself tremendously blessed. But being active with pickleball, it's awesome, and I have met so many people who have physical limitations on so many different levels, and they're overcoming them and playing. And pickleball, there's no limit.
So this is such a great story because in the face of being told it isn't going to happen, it happened, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a big deal. I mean, and I'm sure it. Let me just be clear. It doesn't go without struggle, without pain. You got to push through it. And the reason we're telling all of you this is that it's not like one day, snap, she got better. She's still working through it now, but it gets progressively better, and your mind is focused on something other than the obvious, right?
Exactly. I spend 6 to 9 hours a day, except for 1 day a week on the pickleball court. And it's not just playing games. It's really drilling 80% of the time, and just working it and working it. It's kind of boring sometimes, but it's what I need to do to get where I want to go.
Well, it's widely believed that if you just keep playing and play like games and over and over and over again with friends or whatever, that maybe you'll get better. But I'm telling you, what Regina's talking about is really the truth. To really get better, it's a lot of drills and a lot of skill building, because then you create that muscle memory and you remember how to play it. And then when you're in the actual game, you'll start seeing those types of behaviors that you're learning brand new during practice come to the fore, and then it's you can really develop the game from there. So, that's the same path you're taking, right?
Exactly, exactly. People I used to admire and watch and wish that one day I could get there and play with them, I actually get to play with sometimes now, so that's so cool.
and it feels like progress then, right? Because they seemed untouchable. And she's really telling the truth. You've watched players and you go, oh my gosh, I don't know how they do that. You're starting to do that now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, also there's a nutritional component. This isn't just voodoo. You got to eat the right things. You got to take care of your body. Hydration obviously is a big deal. But talk a little bit about your diet, because you had to kind of pull that into the mix, right?
Oh yeah. So my diet's extreme. I just eat fruit and vegetables, and I have a little meat. But my other protein source is beans. And I don't do the hydration drinks, really. I do my fruits and vegetables, and that's a lot of fruit, and I kind of live it every day of the week. It's, you're told at least 1 to 2 weeks before a tournament you prep. No, I am that way every day. So.
Well, it's good to have a lifestyle change, particularly if you know that it benefits your chemistry and everybody's chemistry. So, whether you're thin or heavy or whatever your thing may be, what Regina's talking about is, the consumption of these vegetables, which also are a hydration type thing because they're basically water-based. You can eat a lot of that stuff, and then a small, modest amount of protein, and you're good. But you got to train your body. It's like practice for your body, right? In many ways. But it's worked for you, right?
Yes, it has.
And you feel energetic the whole bit, right?
I do. I'm
Look
strong.
at that glow. See the glow, people? Right there.
I get stronger and stronger. So, yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to join us. You've been a delight. And another amazing story, where people tell you no, you can't listen to that. You got to just know that you can, and you're built like that. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, stay tuned for more here from the Open, and more amazing people like Regina here are on the planet here in Naples, Florida. And we thank you, and we'll be talking with you soon. Thanks again.